وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. Tonight, the night of the 17th of the month of Dhul Hijjah, 1438, after the hijrah of the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam. Alhamdulillah, we're here continuing the reading of Qoolu Mufeed fi Adilatit Tawheed, and we are still reading Ta'riful Iman. And I think this is the third session that we are going over Ta'riful Iman. Third session that we're going over the Ta'riful Iman until, alhamdulillah, we are acquainted with certain names and certain methodology in regard to Al-Iman. The last dars that we had was in regard to the definition of Iman. Al-Iman lughatan at-tasdiq. And in the sharh, it is النطق باللسان واعتقاد بالجنان وعمل بالجوارح والأركان ويزيد بالطاعة وينقص بالمعصية. The Iman in the language, it is a tasdeeq, it is the affirmation, as it came in Al-Fath al-Bari. And in regard to the Sharia, it means statement of the tongue, actions of the body limbs, belief of the heart. It is statement of the heart, belief of the statement of the tongue, belief of the heart, and actions of the body limbs and the pillars. وَيَزِيدُ بِالطَّاعَةِ, and increases with act of obedience to Allah. وَيَنْقُصُ بِالْمَعْصِيَةِ, and it decreases with disobedience to Allah Jalla fil Ula. Ibn Abi al-Izz rahimahullah, in his explanation of Aqidatul Tahawiyya by Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi rahmatullahi alayhi, he mentioned in it اختلف الناس فيما يقع عليه اسم الإيمان اختلافا كثيرا. He mentioned Ibn Abi al-Izz, he said that the people have a great amount of differences in regard to their definition that fall under the name of Iman, meaning the definition of Iman. There is many differences in regard to the definition of Al-Iman. فذهب مالك وشافعي وأحمد والأوزاعي وإسحاق ابن راهوية أو ابن راهوي وسائر أهل المدينة وسائر أهل الحديث وأهل المدينة رحمهم الله. He mentioned that Imam Malik rahimahullah, Imam al-Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Imam al-Awza'i, Imam Ishaq ibn Rahuya or ibn Rahawi, and the Sa'ir al-Hadith, and the remaining people of Hadith, or the generality of the people of Hadith, wa Ahl al-Madinah, and the people of Medina, may Allah have mercy upon them, wa Ahl al-Zahir, and the people of al-Zahir, طيب وجماعة من المتكلمين, and a group from the people of rhetoric, the people of rhetoric. And if you look at it, barakallahu fikum, for a footnote, that the people of al-Zahiriyya, they have an opposite approach with the people of al-Mutakallim, of people of Kalam, right? That the people of Zahiriyya, yani yunaqiduna, they are in opposition in their madhab with the people of Zahiriyya.
ليس في معنى إيمان.
No, in regard to their perception in everything. طيب. So, but in Iman here they agree. But their methodology in general, غالبا, it is a contradiction, because the Zahiriyya, they will go to the yani what is the open meaning of the verse. The open meaning of the verse. Bima'ana, them, the Zahiri, they will not use qiyas. The Zahiri, they will not use qiyas. طيب? They will not use qiyas, meaning they will not use no analogy. The Zahiri, those on the madhab of the Zahiri, they will take the verse and the explicit or the implicit meaning of it, that's what they will take. Bima'ana al-ma'ana al-zahir, the apparent meaning of it. Right? For instance, if the verse say ila layl, for them ila layl mean ila layl. But amma, when we say ila layl, how do we know ila layl? Except that we return back to the hadith to tell us what is the meaning to up to the night. When is the night? So therefore, in regard to the mutakallimin, the people of rhetoric, now them, they will use their intellect. They will use their intellect. طيب, their uqul. They will base everything in their intellect. But amma the Zahiriya, they will not take anything from qiyas or ta'lil. At-ta'lil, inshallah, we'll come to those details in more detail when we in a vaster jalsa bi'idhnillahi ta'ala in regard to breaking down these groups that we hear. So therefore, this was a synopsis of these two groups, inshallah. So ila anna at-tasdiqu bil jinan, that iman is the affirmation of the heart, wa iqrarun bil lisan, testimony of the tongue or statement of the tongue, wa amalun bil arkan, wa amalun bil arkan, and actions of by the limbs. وذهب كثير من أصحابنا إلى ما ذكره الطحاوي أنه إقرار باللسان. Sure. He mentioned وذهب كثير من أصحابنا, and many from our companions, meaning from our contemporaries, meaning those who are upon the methodology of al-Hanaf, al-Ahnaf. إلى ما ذكره الطحاوي, for that which Imam al-Tahawi mentioned, أنه, that iman is إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالجنان, that iman, it is to affirm it with your tongue and to believe it with your heart. For them, that is it. So therefore, this is the same belief as the
affirm it with your tongue and believe in your heart.
Right, that's it.
Zahiri, Ahlul Kalam.
No, them, they put actions in it.
I don't have
The Murji'ah, because the Murji'ah, they delayed they delayed action. طيب. So you will find, barakallahu fikum, that some of those who ascribe to the Hanafi Masjid, they have this perception of al-Iman. The Iman being something that is independent from the action, delay from the action.
For the Zahiriya, I have Qoolu lisan واعتقاد به
باللسان وعمل بالأركان.
وعمل for Zahiriya
بالأركان, yes.
And Ahlul Kalam.
Ahlul Kalam, yes.
So actions is in there for
Yes,
Iman.
for both of them. So he mentioned وَهُوَ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ, and some from those also, meaning a third category in regard to the people in defining al-Iman, is that Iman, they will say إقرار باللسان إن الإقرار باللسان ركن زائد ليس بأصله. There's those who say that saying it with your tongue, it is a pillar, that is a added pillar. Now we wanted to read this over and over and over again till all of us understand this with precision. Right? But this is the bab that is very important. Yes, it is something that we could read in maybe 10 minutes and move on. But this is something to read and to understand it. Not to read it and just go. But rather, inshallah, maybe until that all of us, we are upon the same mustawa, we are on the same level in understanding it, then inshallah it's befitting for us to, alhamdulillah, repeat it again and again. وذهب كثير من أصحابنا, as it has been ما ذكره الطحاوي, as it was mentioned by Imam al-Tahawi, that al-Iman, it is إقرار باللسان وتصديق بالجنان. It is affirmation with the tongue and affirmation with the heart. That is it. So therefore there is no Iman that is inclusive in this. وَمِنْهُمْ, from the people that say, how can we turn back? Go ahead.
No, we try for the Dahiriya and the Ahlul Kalam, they share all three.
Along with the belief of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. ذهب Malik. He say Malik, Shafi'i, Ahmad, Al-Awza'i, Ishaq ibn Rahawi, وسائر أهل الحديث وأهل المدينة, and he made a comma, وأهل الظاهر وجماعة من المتكلمين. Now all of this, he mentioned Ahlul Sunnah, he mentioned Ahlul Zahiriyya, and he mentioned the Mutakallimin. They all have this تصديق بالجنان, نطق باللسان, وعمل بالجوارح والأركان. So the Zahiriyya, they have this. They have this too. The Mutakallimin, they also have this. Three,
not
all
TWO.
All three they have it. They have amalun bil jawarih, actions of the limbs, belief of the heart, and statement of the tongue. They have this. Yes, they are firqatul dalla, but in this point they have this. The other issue will come inshallah ta'ala why they are from Ahlul Batil in Dalala. طيب مفهوم؟ نحاصل نواصل.
I have
تفضل.
مرجئة اعتقاد فقط.
مرجعة ما ذكرنا المرجعة in this point.
From previous notes. اعتقاد فقط. الظاهرية قول اللسان عمل بجراحه واعتقاد. أهل الكلام قول اللسان.
Put them together. It
Together.
will be easier.
كرامية.
We come into that.
From last week.
Karamiya, it is all lafz only.
Lafz.
Karamiya, they say it is only statement of the tongue.
قول اللسان. جهمية.
Al-iqrar bil-lisan faqat. That's it. Now you got the Jahmiya.
اعتقاد معرفة.
That's it.
Okay.
It is ma'rifah.
ماتريدي.
It is
قول
ma'rifah.
اللسان ليس واجب. اعتقاد
That's it.
واجب.
Right? So وَذَهَبَ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقول, and those who say that إِنَّ الْإِقْرَارَ بِاللِّسَانِ, that saying it with your tongue, and this is where the Maturidiyya they come. They say that saying it with your tongue, it is rukunun za'idun, it is a additional pillar. It is an additional pillar. So they don't see it as a asl. For them the asl is these two. Qawlun, meaning it is statement of the tongue, belief of the tongue, and action of the limbs.
Maturidiyya.
Yes. So the third issue that they have is only that believe, saying it with your tongue. It is a pillar, but it is an added pillar. In other words, it is not mandatory for the person to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. If he said it, it's okay. But it's not mandatory because it is a ruknun za'idun. It is a pillar that is added, an additional pillar.
لا يعاقب.
طيب, that if the person does not come without the statement of the tongue, لا يعاقب, he is not to be taken into fault. He's not guilty. And he mentioned here ذهب وهذا ذهب وإلى هذا ذهب أبو منصور الماتريدي. And this is where as Abu Mansur al-Maturidi, who is known as the founder of the madhab of the Maturidi. Inshallah, we'll come to, maybe hopefully if we all understand this point, we're going to go in detail in every one of these, from the Zahiriyya, the Mutakallimin, and even what is the meaning of Ahlul Madina. What is the meaning of Ahlul Madina? Why is it called Ahlul Madina? Meaning, the people of Medina, but what are they known of? For instance, when you hear Ahlul Basra,